Hi there, this is Vinay from TechWiser.com and welcome to the first video of 2019. I'm expecting some interesting tech this year and hopefully some great purchases. But today I'm going to talk about my first purchase of this year, the Phillips AC2887 Air Purifier. Now, not many people talk about it, but air pollution is a serious problem in New Delhi, especially during the winters. And I'm sure the problem is pretty much the same in North India as well. Now, I had already bought the Mi Air 2S 3 months back and it worked great. But a couple of weeks into use, it stopped working properly and I had to replace it. Now, when it comes to value for money, you won't find better deal than the 2S, which is pretty much true for every other Xiaomi device. In fact, that's actually Xiaomi's X factor. They know how to make the best budget device. But at the end of the day, no product is foolproof. So we looked at some of the alternatives and found out the Philips 2887, the best one for our needs. Now, before we proceed, a quick buying tip for all those who are looking to purchase an air purifier. The purifier needs to have a HEPA filter to remove the PM 2.5 particles. Another important reminder, make sure you check out the CADR value or clean air delivery rate. Think of it like a tonnage capacity of air conditioner. So higher the value and better it will be in larger spaces. Also, research a bit about the noise level as well. And lastly, don't underestimate the importance of a good after-sales service, something that we learned the hard way. With that being said, let's take a look at the Philips Air Purifier and compare it side by side with the Mi Air 2S. Let's begin. The design is noticeably different than the 2S. It might look big and bulky on the camera, but in general, most of the air purifiers are extremely light for their size and can be easily carried around. And this front light definitely stand out on the Philips. The lights are color coded according to the real-time pollution level. For example, it gives you red color if the pollution level is high and comes down to blue to signal less pollution. Now the top panel here houses the touch controls like the power button, the auto mode button, the fan speed button and the timer button, which in my opinion is a good addition. And in case you are wondering, no, it's not the back button, but the reset button. Also, you can tap on the light button to shut off the lights at night. Now, coming back to the auto mode button, you get 3 sub modes within the auto mode: the pollution mode, the allergen mode and the bacteria and virus mode. Strange that it only lets you choose only one mode at a time. Shouldn't it target all 3 of them at once? Though I must say, I wasn't expecting the touch controls to be this intuitive, but it is. Of course, you won't get the mobile app integration like you get with the 2S, which is useful if you want to automate the on-off schedule. But honestly, pairing the 2S with the Mi Home app is a bit confusing anyway. I do miss the schedule automation though. Thankfully, I have the smart plug from TP-Link, which does the same function with the Philips 2887. Now, let's come down to the real deal. Which one of these is better at reducing the air pollution? Well, we tested both of these air purifiers in 2 different meeting rooms of same size, and these were the result after an hour. Honestly, I was surprised and shocked by the results. In our test, the most obvious finding seems to suggest that the 2887 doesn't reduce the air pollution as much as the Mi Air 2S. But upon our research, we found that the infrared sensor in the 2887 isn't as accurate as the laser sensor in the Mi Air 2S. Even in our daily use, this Philips air purifier displayed higher pollution level than the 2S. So perhaps it's not as ineffective as its sensor suggests. Perhaps. Nonetheless, the Mi Air 2S is definitely quicker than the 2887 in reducing the air pollution. Quite impressive for a purifier costing a lot less than the Philips. But like we said earlier, every other Xiaomi product costs less than its competition. So we won't judge the product based on the lower price. On the other hand, the Philips 2887 is more silent than 2S. And the final parameter of our comparison is the after sales service. When the 2S stopped working properly, instead of getting the checkup at home, we had to carry it to the service center to get it replaced. Fortunately, the experience was far better with this Philips air purifier. It was easy to register the complaint and we got the checkup the next day. A couple of viewers also had a few doubts about the HEPA filter. Well, you will need to replace the HEPA filter once every 3 to 6 months depending on the use. You can extend the filter life by some smart use though. Personally, I mostly use the purifier at night when the pollution remains typically high. Both the 2S and the 2887 reminds you to replace the filter, and as for the filter cost, it is about 2 grand for the 2S, while the filter for the Phillips cost a little over 4 grand. Well, that's too much. So finally, which one should you buy? If you're looking for something under 10k, then the 2S offers the best value. You get a good CADR and the mobile app integration. That said, it has its fair share of problems like after sale service and high noise at full speed. And this is where the Philips Air Purifier comes in. Sure, it may not have the app integration like you get with the 2S, but honestly, you shouldn't be caring about these bells and whistles in the first place. With the Philips 2887, you get a slightly higher CADR than the 2S, a less noisy fan, and definitely better after sale service. I would say it's an ideal combination. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, or which air purifier are you going to buy. Like always, it's Minar signing off. I will see you in the next one.